Gareth, you pleased enough with that draw?
Well, it's hard to know what the right response is when you're asked about a good draw, because I've been in international football long enough to know that all of the places you visit in particular are very difficult, and the motivation for teams playing England is always high. So certainly there are some obvious countries we could have drawn that we've avoided, the likes of Germany in pot 2 and Serbia and a couple of others in pot 3. So yeah, we've got high motivation to get to these finals. We are potentially one of the host cities, and well, we are one of the host cities, so we've got to make sure that we're there.
And there's quite a lot of travel and kind of traditionally testing Eastern European trips. You feel confident enough the squad's going to be capable of coping with that?
Yeah, I think that we've had good experience of that as a group, and obviously a long period in Russia this summer. So our players are used to going for Champions League matches and Europa League matches, and we should by now have the experience to cope with those things. Yeah.
And as you mentioned, with Wembley being a host venue, does that make it particularly important that England are at the Euro and doing as well as possible?
Well, it's always important. You know, in my lifetime, there's been a couple of times where we haven't made European Championship finals, and our record in European Championships isn't particularly good. So, you know, this is an opportunity for us, and we want to make sure that with the team developing as they are, that we get as many of these big tournament experiences as possible.
Finally, Kosovo were very impressive in the Nations League, and they're looking for their first qualification. Is that a particularly tough one to come out of that final pot?
Yeah, I think it's an amazing story first and foremost, and they will be loving the experience of being involved in these competitions for the first time. And as I say, the excitement that those fixtures bring when you travel, you have to deal with a really intense atmosphere and tough opposition. So they're good challenges for us.